Hello guys, this is Elias with Softfly, and in this video we're going to export JetEngine custom fields to Google Drive using WPL export. Now guys, to get started we need to choose the post type we want to export, and today we have properties. So let's select that, and WPL export says we have 103 properties. So let's take a look here and see if that's true. All right, so we have 103 here too, so that's good. So yeah, let's go back here. And guys, the next option we have is this add filtering options, and this will basically work as a filter. So maybe you don't need to export all of these properties, right? Because maybe you only need a subtract of them. Say, I don't know, you only want the properties that are on the market, right? So we have here this post type. As you can see, we have a bunch of fields, and here the availability has different values, and we want only the ones that are on market. So we can do this by selecting the element from here. So I'm going to type in here availability, right? So here is our field. Now for the rule, I'm going to say equals, and for the value, I'm going to type in market, on market, right? So I'm going to add this rule, and you can see we have 103 here, add rule, 74, right? So these 74 properties are all of the properties that are on the market. So that's how it works, and it's very powerful, guys. You can even add multiple rules if you want to, and filter out the content you don't want and export only the one that you do want to export. So it's pretty cool. Then we have here the migrate properties option, and this is pretty much for when you need to just export all of the data without making any changes, because maybe you want to migrate all of these properties to another site using WPL import. So this option is great for that, but we're going to choose customize export file. So the way this works is, well, you have here this box, and as you can see, you have some elements, ID, title, and content. So let me preview. Right, here is a spreadsheet-like layout, and you can see the column names, ID, title, and content, and here is the actual data in each row. So this one church court, right, is this property we had here already open. One church court, and this is the description, and this is the same data we have here. So if you don't want an element, just drag it off this box like so, right? Preview again. And there you go, the ID element has disappeared. So guys, since we came here to export JetEngine custom fields to Google Drive, let's focus on the first part of it first. And you will find your JetEngine fields here in this right panel. Now let me zoom in so you can see something real quick. We have some green elements, and we have a different one in black letters. Now this black letters element is the field group. So if I drag and drop the map address here, you can see that only one field, the map address, which is the one that I drag and dropped here, is going to be shown here. So if I preview, here is our map address. And as you can see, it's the same address we have right here. So that's cool. But if we wanted to maybe add all of these fields automatically, we could just drag and drop the whole group like so, right? Preview. And here is all of our data. So that's pretty cool, and it can save you some time if maybe you have a lot of fields and you don't want to be dragging and dropping each one of them. Well, just drag and drop the whole group, and boom, that's it. Now guys, let me just go over the actual data we have. So probably it's best if I show you here. So here is the JetEngine custom fields we have, and we have 3 tabs, right? I made this with JetEngine, so you can check out how to do it, how to set this up in CrocodBlog's website. But in our case, I have created several simple text fields, right? Then a couple of select fields right here. Cool. Simple text again. This one is a JetEngine checkbox field, and you can enable or disable multiple values. That's cool. Then we have a number field, radio fields, these two. Then here we have a very cool one, which is a JetEngine repeater field, and this repeater field has 3 more elements inside of it, right? So we have the room's name, the room's measurement, and the room's description. And this JetEngine repeater field it's gonna be shown here, right? Like this. Here it is, right? So we have room's name, room's measurement, and room's description. The default behavior is that WPL export will show as many columns as subfields the JetEngine repeater has. So in our case, it has 3. And if I zoom in, you will see here the entrance hallway, right, which is the first sub-element here. You can see that it has no measurement, right? And then the WC is the second one. So here it is, and this one does have measurement and does have description. So here you can see entrance hallway. Here for the measurement, you can see it's empty for the first element, but the second one, it is populated. Now for the room's description, it is populated. So this is the description for the living, for the entrance hallway, right? And this second one is the description for the WC, right? So it's very easy, guys, but it can be kind of confusing. So that's how it works. Now, we can do some crazy stuff here if you wanted. Probably the simplest one is just change some of the column names. So here you can see we have title and content. So we can change this to, I don't know, say property name. Name, yeah, that's good. Why not? Save, preview, and there you go. Now for the content here, I'm gonna call this description. It's good. Preview again. And that's it. All right, very simple. Other probably simple thing you can do here is change the order of these columns, right? So let's say you want the listing type here in third place, and maybe the date first listed before the property name. And availability is very important too. So let's let's put it here. Then the price, then amenities, and yeah, square feet, that's important too. Bathrooms and bedrooms and rooms and the actual gallery. And the rest, I believe we can leave it like that. So let's roll with this and hit preview. And there you go. They first listed as the first element, then the availability, listing type, price, amenities, and whatnot. So it's pretty cool. But say you want to create a different date format because, I don't know, maybe this is, I don't know, maybe not that friendly, right? So let's click on the date first listed element, and you can use natural language PHP or Unix to change this date format. So I don't know, guys, maybe you can Google PHP date formats and have some idea of how this works, but I'm just gonna use the comma and then maybe F, J, and Y. It's good. Save, preview. And just like that, we have changed our date formats, right? You can see it's more readable now, more friendly, maybe. So, yeah, let's maybe add here a $sign so we know what currency is this element using. So I'm gonna click on price here, and we can do this with a PHP function, of course, but probably a simpler way for this example anyways, it's gonna be using a custom export field. So I'm gonna select that and type in here price because this is the column name I want, and I'm gonna say US $sign. That's good. And then I'm gonna drag and drop the price like so. Save, preview, and there you go. Right? If you don't want the US, or I don't know, just click on it again and just fix that, right? Like so. Here it is. Cool. Very nice, guys. Now, here for these amenities, the default values for the JetEngine checkbox field, when we have multiple values, and well, not only for the checkbox, because let's look here. Here should be, here they are. Here's the gallery, and as you can see, we have multiple images here, and all of these images are separated with pipes too. So the default separator is a pipe, but you can change that using PHP. So let's do it for the amenities. Let's find that, which is here. And I have a function ready, so I'm just gonna paste that in. And this function is gonna use str replace to look for our pipes and change those pipes with a comma and a space. All right, so I'm gonna save my function, and I'm gonna copy its name, enable this option right here, paste the name of my function here, and this function, which is this one, it's gonna be called on this value, and this value is this element. So we're gonna run this function on the amenities element. So save, preview, and here it is. Right, we have changed the pipes with commas. So let's do it for the gallery too. Where is it? Here it is. We can use the same function. We don't need to write another one. So I'm just gonna copy the name of my function here again, enable the same option, paste that here, save, preview. And you can see the amenities are still running the function. And now our gallery is running that same function too. So that's pretty cool. Well guys, this is just, you can do some stuff here, and it's pretty cool. Everything you can do in WPL export with all of its flexibility. So if you want to know more about what you can do here, you can always check out the other videos in our channel, or go to our website at wplimport.com and click on the docs menu right here, right? Here we have a lot more info on how to do a lot of other stuff. So here we have the JetEngine documentation and tons of great videos and whatnot. So just go nuts here. Right guys, so since we're pretty much done here, let's just wrap it up. For the export type, I'm just gonna roll with the CSV type. We can do it in Excel, of course, or maybe simple XML, or build our own custom XML field. Alright, but again, for this example, let's just roll with CSV and continue. Now guys, these are some advanced options for exports, and the first ones are the scheduling options. Now guys, this is very powerful, and it just basically will allow you to run these exports on a schedule, right? So maybe you are, I don't know, doing your grocery shopping or sleeping or eating or whatever, and WPL export is here working for you on a schedule you set up, right? So we have two options for that. The first one is the automatic scheduling, and this one is a paid service, guys. It costs $9 a month, and the benefit is that it will allow you to actually set this up here, right here in the WordPress UI. So if you want to, I don't know, maybe set this up all of the days, right? Every single day, daily, just enable all of these days, right? And set up a time. You can even set up multiple times. So let's say you want to run this at 12 a.m. and then again at 12 p.m. So you can set it up like that, or set up multiple hours or whatever, right? And if maybe you don't want to export this every single day, but only Monday through Friday, just deselect these 2 days, and that's it. Very simple, guys, and really powerful. But again, this is a paid service, and if you don't want to subscribe to this, that's fine. You can always use cron jobs. Now guys, cron jobs are free. They're just a little bit more technical, I guess. But not to worry, we have great documentation on how to set this up. And we also have our support team, which if you write to us with any issues you may be having with our plugins, we will be more than happy to help you out. For now, I'm just gonna close this up because we don't need it in this example. And here for these other settings, they're pretty much self-explanatory, so if you read them, you will know what they do. But you can also hover on the question marks for more details on how they work, right? Now guys, I'm just gonna confirm and run this. And this should be fairly quick, so let's just give it a few seconds while this runs. And all right, and there you go. Now we can download our CSV, right? Let's just do it. And there you go, here is our file, right? Very simple. Now guys, we can also download a bundle, and a bundle is basically a zip file, and that zip file is gonna be used for migrating all of this data using WPL import, right? It has not only the export data, but also some settings and configurations that WPL import will need to import your data. Now, of course, you can also do it manually, right? And we have great videos on that if that's something that interests you. Then we have here the secure URL, and you can generate that URL, copy that, and share that with anyone, and it will just download automatically the latest export file, right? So that's pretty cool. Then here we have the scheduling tab, and this is just in case you want to revisit the scheduling options. And finally, we have the external apps tab. And guys, this external apps, well, it's basically Zapier, right? So we have a video here on how to set it up from scratch. But since we're going to do it anyways, let's just go here to Zapier. And of course, we already have our export set up. So that's pretty cool, right? You can see here in Manage Exports. So let's go back here to Zapier, hit Create, Zaps. And we need two things, basically. We need a trigger and an action. Now, the trigger is going to be WPL export. So here it is, but you can also look for it here, right? And the event for WPL export is going to be new export file. We have another event here, which is real-time export. And we have other videos on how this works, but I'm going to roll with this one instead in this video. So I'm going to continue here. Now for the account, I have my site already connected, but it's very simple. Just click on Connect New Account. This window will pop out and it will ask for an API key and the website URL. Now the API key, you can find it here in settings, and here is Zapier integration, API key. Just copy this and paste it here, right? And for the URL, just copy the website's URL and paste it here and click on the orange button, and that's it, right? Very simple. Now, once you do that, you will see this and continue. And let's just test our trigger. This is gonna try and pull the latest export, and you can see that here. So these are our properties, and this is looking good. So I'm gonna continue with this. And now we need an action. Now, guys, the action is what happens after the Zap or the automation is triggered, right? So I'm gonna choose Google Drive, and for the event, I'm gonna choose upload file. I'm gonna continue. I have my Google account already connected, but again, guys, it's very simple. Just click on Connect New Account and log in with your Google account. That's it, right? Once you do that, you will see this. Continue. You will need to choose your drive, so my Google Drive. In case you want to save this into a custom folder, you can select that from here, right? So in my case, I'm gonna choose WPL Export JetEngine, which is the custom folder I have here, right? It's empty, as you can see. So I'm gonna go with that one. For the file, this one is what's coming from WPL Export, so I'm gonna choose Export File here. You can identify the data that's coming from WPL Export in case you have multiple apps, because you will see here the little octopus logo. So let's just, oh, I set it up twice, so I'm gonna delete one. It's good. And now convert to document, I'm gonna say true. And file name, you can type in here whatever you want. But in my case, I'm gonna use the export name from WPL Export, right? And file extension, I'm gonna use here file type, which is coming again from WPL Export. So that's it. Let's hit continue and test our step. Now this is gonna try and upload an export file here. So let's just wait it out, and that's it. Here it is. So let's open that. And here is our data. You can see that the date format we changed is still running here. The order of the columns is the same. Then here we have the custom export field we used. The amenities are separated with commas, so that's good. Here we have our JetEngine data. And guys, let me show you again. You can see that they are separated with pipes too, so that's cool. And that's it. It seems like it's working. So I'm gonna go back here to Zapier, and I'm gonna give this a name. I'm gonna call this property export. That's all. All right, and publish my Zap. Alright, so every time a new export runs in WPL export, the export file is gonna be sent to this folder. So that's cool. Now guys, as I showed you before, this rooms element has all of the elements right here in the same row, all of them being separated with pipes, right? So if we wanted to change this to something more readable, let's go back here to manage exports, edit template, and here is our rooms element, right? And I'm going to enable this option that says display each repeated row in its own CSV line, save, preview. And you can see here rooms name, but oh, where are all of the other elements, right? They are not here anymore. So if you scroll down a little bit, you will find them here, right? That's cool. They are all of them in its own CSV lines, but you can see that all of the other data is missing from the rest of the cells. So if you want to fix that, just click on rooms again, or whatever your JetEngine repeater field is called, and enable this other sub option that says fill in empty columns. And if enabled, each repeater row will appear as its own CSV line with all of the post info filled in for every column. So that's pretty cool. Let's save this, preview again, and where is it? Here it is. Room's name, measurement description. Here's the entrance hallway. Remember, we don't have measurement here for this first element, so it won't appear. And okay, if we scroll down, we can see the WC and living room data, but we also see the rest of the cells filled in. So that's how it works, guys. So let's dismiss this, update the template, and run the export again. Now, once we do that, and once this is finished, we're gonna see the new file getting uploaded here. So let's just give it a few seconds here, and it should be done fairly quick. And that's it. Now let's go back here to Google Drive, and while the Zap runs, it should be, and there you go. That's it. Right, so let's just open the latest one, which you can see here the times. So this one is the latest one. I'm gonna open that, and you can see some of the data is pretty much the same, but here is this this property, and here are the different rooms, all of them in its own CSV lines. All right. Pretty cool, guys. Right, so that's it, guys. That's how it works. You can see that the Zap is working. We just exported this, and it automatically added a new export file here with all of the settings and all of the data we set up here. So there you have it. That's how you export JetEngine custom fields to Google Drive using Zapier and, of course, WPL export. Now guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to know more about how to import or export other kinds of data, maybe you're using WooCommerce or perhaps ACF, Metabox or whatever, you can import and export all of that data too using WPL import and WPL export. And we have great content in our YouTube channel and in our website at wplimport.com. So if this is something that interests you, just be sure to check that out. For now, thank you for watching and see you next time.